why can't we find these people?
I know.
You see what I'm saying? Where are these people at?
We get them when they're all broken down. They've used up all of their money. They want the ring for free.
We get them when they want our money.
Yeah.
Okay? But dang, Bullet.
You know, they got 10 years in and they're trying to tell us how to get it done.
That's what I'm trying to say. What do they know that we don't? I mean, Bullet. I mean, my gosh. But anyway, you can't stop.
I'm trying to forget what I know, so these people leave me alone.
Listen.
I'm doing very good. I've started to forget a lot of stuff. So.
Listen, it's leprosy. It's the Bible. What I'm reading in my Bible time. The guy that's got leprosy. Yeah, he comes into town, the whole town splits. That's what's happening. You can't stop the leprosy. And Elijah told him, he was talking to a wrestler, he had to, because he told this guy with leprosy, he said, okay, go to the River Jordan and you'll be healed. And the guy said, well, why do I got to go to the River Jordan? There's a river, this is a true story, in the Bible. He said, why do I got to go to the River Jordan? There's a river, Abba, right, or whatever, Yuba. There's a river Yuba, whatever it's called, right here. That's what wrestlers would do. Even though you tell them what to do that's going to make him well, but anyway, that's a whole nother time. Boy, but anyway, so Elisha talking to that wrestler who had to be an outlaw guy, okay?
Yeah.
Said, you go down to the River Jordan, bathe yourself, your skin will be just like new.
Well, you know, I got kids, and I got to do this.
Oh, yeah.
I can't quit my job. My job don't let me off early enough. So I can't make it to training.
Yeah.
So is there a way we can do it in the morning? You know, instead of coming at night?
Oh, yeah. Before I go to the River Jordan, you expect me to carry a ring post? You got to be crazy. I'll come to the River Jordan after everything's been done. Okay, but anyway, oh boy, I'm wired right now for some reason.
Obviously, you're one.
These dad burn free ring rentals are killing me. But anyway,
here we go. Let's get this started.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is, George? How was your weekend?
Bullet, I'm out of breath. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Bullet,
you did 3 TV shows.
I just did 3 TV shows. Getting to the TV studio, Bullet. What an unbelievable week. Bullet, very, very proud of the whole war game concept. Everybody survived. It was good. And I'm not just saying that because you were involved in it. You're my co-host. Very dusty-ish, written on the side of the head, too, Bullet. At first, when you walked out through the curtain, I was on the other side. I thought it was very Road Warrior hawkish for a moment. I thought you'd grow the minus the less mohawk back. Yes. But anyway, but just, y'all did it. Y'all did it. I mean, boy, it was very good. I was very concerned, as I shared with some of the guys later, is I wanted the beginning to be like the beginning should be. You see what I'm saying? And you say, George, yeah, of course. But no. I've seen similar things where they just put everybody in the ring at the same time, ring the bell, and just call that war games, whatever. But anyway, but it was a great night. First time building. Bullet, I was a little concerned when you pull into the building and there's only one way in.
Big loop around.
Because everything else is fenced in, but just a great building. Bullet.
There's a fence inside of a fence.
Yes,
you were caged in, and then you were fenced in.
I don't care how you landed in Charlotte, you only got to that gym through one way through the day. So, but great time. We thank everybody at Johnson C. Smith University for having us. Just a tremendous crowd, Bullet. Great building. I was one of the few, probably didn't even know that gymnasium was there, but just a beautiful facility. So, and that was a Sunday. All that was going on at a Sunday. And of course, I got to drive Ricky Steamboat nuts, who was always one of my favorite things, and not his, I'm sure. But real quick note, this is just part of the show. Let me tell you something. This was a special moment that I know you'll understand. When Steamboat first got there, before he even got there, I had just watched, and I've never seen it, but it's on YouTube, is him and Jay Youngblood against Jimmy Snuka and Ray Stevens in Japan, okay? And I just watched that for the first time, believe it or not. So, the reason it's stuck in my head, Snuka and Steamboat start, and they do a crisscross, which we do here. And it turned into this unbelievable spot that I just couldn't wait to tell Steamboat. Steamboat been all over the world, WWE Hall of Fame, breathes smoke, spits fire, everything. Beautifulest human being in the world, has seen it all. Even been on a TV show back in the day, karate show. But anyway, long story short, as I started mentioning that match to him, he turned to me, kind of at that wrestlerish burnt stage, but not really burnt. Steamboat's not burnt yet, but most of them are. But anyway, and then, boy, it clicked. All of a sudden, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It was like a rose budded or sprouted. I mean, he remembered. It's unbelievable. He remembered everything about that match. I'm not exaggerating. He said, no, wait a minute, let me stop. He said, didn't we finish that crisscross with me hitting Snuka with a flying body press? And, oh my gosh. Boy, we met. It's like, I'm telling you, all we needed is Mickey Gilley playing over the sound system, and our eyes meet through the smoke-filled room. And then he said, well, wait a minute, right after that, didn't we do the crisscross again? And then Snooka went for the flying by press, and I dropped down, and Snooka hung himself on the top rope. Bullet, it was just an amazing time. So, anyway, just for any of those guys to remember that one match, he's had millions of matches, but he remembered that. It was just a very special moment for us. So, anyway, all that, Bullet, so much going on this week. Bullet, I am very excited about this week. Personally, Friday, I will be in Thomasville, which is right up the road. Saturday morning, we'll be in Gastonia. First time ever for me. I did shows. We've done shows everywhere. Flea markets, you name it. This will be the first time at a hardware store. So, West End Hardware in Gastonia, North Carolina, will be this Saturday morning. It's all free. It's just going to be a big, fun-filled day. And then when that's over, I'm going to rush to Clayton, North Carolina, Saturday night. Road Warrior Animal will be in town for both shows. So just a big, big weekend for me. So, and I know you because I'd already asked you to make my West End hardware so we could recreate that picture of you putting your boot on, sitting on a riding lawnmower.
And as much as I would love to, but Queens of Combat actually has a 2 o'clock show.
Yes, it does.
So I'm going to have to probably maybe grab some people before your hardware store show and help me set up the ring. So
because now, and correct me please, there's a Queens of Combat. Is there 2 shows this weekend or no?
There's a Friday show, and there is a Saturday matinee show.
Right.
At 2 p.m.
Yes, very good. So it's just a lot of stuff going on. I had an opportunity. I sold 4 books this weekend at the PWX show, and I thank Brian. I thank PWX for letting me come and just hang out. And it was really an undertaking. Just I'm glad to see that we could do it. I mean, we put 2 rings in there, Bullet. We put 2 cages up. 18.
Everything fit.
It fit. It looked real. I mean, it didn't look tacky. You know, it didn't. Doink. I'm a little mad because I put Doink over on the internet, Facebook. Doink didn't show up to help with the cage, so we're a little hot. Doink may have been there, but he wasn't in costume. So anyway, with all that being said, Bullet, anything? Of course, you got a lot of comedy stuff going on.
Yeah, I got Funny on the Fly on Wednesday, which this will probably come out the morning of. So if you're watching this Wednesday morning, I'll be performing at the Comedy Zone. Then, like I said, I got Queens of Combat Friday and Saturday, combatqueens.com, and then next week.
Now, is Anderson coming back up? When you went to Anderson, South Carolina, you said that was a lot of.
Yeah, that'll be a while cycle through that and stuff like that. But
that was pretty neat.
Yeah, that was a good picture. Yeah,
when you went,
really good too. You know, and I've been doing a lot of stuff with Evening Muse. I got my another.
And let me correct. Well, I can't say nothing because I don't know if you've revealed it to the people yet. But you had a very special guest on a podcast.
Yes. Ricky Steamboat.
Yes.
We can talk about it. He said he could only do a half an hour, but I squeezed an extra 10 minutes.
I love that.
I got 40 minutes uninterrupted.
Oh.
It's very good. I think there's a couple parts in the audio, but I think my producer's going to be able to fix all that, no problem. The audio version is going to sound pristine. I'll be releasing that the Monday before WrestleMania. But that is in the can. That is good to go, and I'll be releasing that, and it'll be available on YouTube, Vimeo, iTunes, Audio Boom, Stitcher, and SoundCloud eventually as soon as I get that up and going.
So, man, that guest list, dang, well, on that podcast is growing. But very George Southish, I'm glad you run from me. Let somebody else pay to bring the guest in, and you use them.
I got exactly what I wanted from you.
That's very George Southish. Okay, folks, I know I've got to get out here, but I've got we even need a drum roll for this one. But this idiot of the week that I've got right here, I thought last week the guy would probably get his own bag. This guy, you know, boy, there's idiots, and then there's idiots that you want to meet.
Yes.
Because there's such an idiot that you want to meet him. Well, this happened. Folks, this is all documented stuff. Now, I may lie about everything else, but the idiot bag, I'm going to tell you the truth. Because if I lied, you wouldn't believe. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. But this happened here, and everybody documented it. It was on the news, all this kind of stuff. This guy, I'm going to try to use him as a vendor guest. I'm going to have Louis Piccoli and the other one.
NWO Louis Piccoli.
NWO Louis Piccoli. I'm going to have him move down, and this is going to be my vendor guest at my next show. This gentleman here in Charlotte, Bullet, did not have a car. I'll come up with his name before next week. But anyway, didn't have a car, has to walk everywhere he's going. This particular day, about 3 days ago, he was tired of walking. So he calls 911, Bullet, to ask if they can come and give him a ride. I mean, he's going to like Walmart or somewhere. So he calls 911 can you come and give me a ride? Okay, because he had to walk somewhere. Well, anyway, but that's not why he's an idiot. They, of course, tell him, sir, you can't be using the phone for this. We can't come and give you a ride. So what does my buddy do? The idiot of the week. He calls them back and reports, not jaywalking, but what's illegal in Charlotte? I don't know. It may have been jaywalking or something. A lot of things. But when you're like loitering or whatever.
Loitering.
Yeah, loitering. See, that gets along?
Loitering?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But anyway, he calls back and reports, listen to me, this is true, boy. He reports someone is loitering or whatever they call it. Okay? And so the young lady on 911 asked for a description of this guy. Okay? What does this guy do?
Describe himself?
He described himself. I promise. Have you ever heard this?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know where stupid's going.
Boy, he described himself. Okay? So when the police show up, he may have been thinking, I'm going to get a ride, maybe to Walmart, maybe to drop off the groceries, pick up the kids or whatever. But he was arrested on the spot for calling in his own 911 call. Boy, so I want to meet the guy. I mean, really, that's kind of cool in like an idiot kind of way. But anyway, this gentleman, I wouldn't get his name if you care, but you can document that. Even John Boy and Billy were talking about it this morning. So this gentleman here will be put it in the idiot of the bag. He did good till I would have described somebody else. And then when the cop came, I would have said, cop, you're here. Oh, yeah, the guy got away. Do you mind giving me a ride since he got away? That's what I would have done. I wouldn't have described myself. So I described one of our students or something. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on, Bullet. Thank you. I don't know what episode this is.
Well, hopefully that guy's locked up and he's not voting for Donald Trump today. I'm just saying.
Well, listen, so everybody, I hope everybody got out to vote today.
Yes,
Bullet, man, everybody's talking about it.
Vote, so.
I hope everybody did got out and talk about it. You know,
and we're informed in making votes not just for the big election, but even the small ones.
That's exactly
right. The Senate
right.
races, the gubernatorial races, even the city councils and commissions. And
that's exactly right. Because a lot of people, you have no right really to even say anything or complain if you ain't out at least voting.
And especially those smaller elections. And there's plenty of websites. I think each the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, you can look up under our candidates, and there you got all the issues right there. You can decide, I like this guy, I like this guy, I like what this guy stands for. This is prominent on his website, so this is at the forefront of what he wants to do, and that's what I want my politicians to do, and that's who you select. So, or you can just sit around and say the system doesn't work.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly right. And just complain about it, and and your voice doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in this big election, the people that don't vote will be the ones that actually decide the entire election.
That's exactly right.
And that is me, being the pontificator that I am.
Oh.
So.
Dang, Bullet. Did you learn that in that cage? I think you picked that up in that cage. I think somebody tatered you and you said participate or something. I think. Instead of cussing because you knew I was there, you just said, dang, that was a participate.
That punch matriculated.
But I ain't sure what episode this is. I know we're doing good. I just thank you so much, Bullet, for just putting up with me. And we're just rolling right along. And what you just said, as far as the ones that just sit around and don't vote, it reminds us when we the ones that sit home and complain about a wrestling event, but they didn't even come anyway. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but with all that being said, folks, what we hope this week, not only do we hope you voted, but we hope that you voted for the second greatest book of all time,
which is available at highspots.com, and it's very easy to write in the write-in section on your ballot.
Thank you for saving that. Thank you for saving that, boy.
And you're going to know more about what me and George are doing this weekend, especially when we get to hang out together. I will be. You can follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning, on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Thank you, boy. Man. I should let you tie it up at the end, Bullet. I like that line about. You should have said you check the right. But do you check a block anymore when you buy? I don't even know.
No, it's all right, Kobe. Just toss the Shaq. I'll make it happen.
Thank you, Shaq, for saving that. Oh, man, Bullet.